Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rafidis with Mini Cards Counseling, and today's video is going to be all about why a relationship is not the answer. So whether you are in an existing connection or there's someone that you're interested in and you want to be in a connection with them and it's not happening, just know that is not the answer to your true happiness. The answer is how that particular relationship or the lack of that particular relationship is having you left feeling. That's where the answers are. Now that we know that as adults, we recapitulate the experiences that we had with our primary caregivers and we replay day in and day out the core beliefs that we absorbed as children. The unhelpful ones, especially in particularly, are the ones that are going to make us feel not good in a connection, or not good in a connection that we want to have, and that person is not reciprocating the same feelings. So being in a relationship with someone who is not having you feel respected, not having you feel wanted, cherished, loved, or wanting to be with someone who is not choosing you, that person is not the answer to your happiness. You are feeling the result of your true core beliefs about yourself through that experience, and that is all that is happening. You are feeling the result because the world is a mirror, and adult relationships are a huge mirror to our relationship that we had with our primary caregiver and the attachment style that we acquired as a child. That particular adult is going to be reflecting back to you your inner vibration that you have in this current moment and the core values and beliefs and self-concept that you have within yourself predominantly. So this is not such a bad thing in the end after all, because this is actually the compass to your liberation. I once upon a time did think that happiness lied in the arms of another man. For sure, I thought if I got married and I was in a relationship, that would be the answer. And I was a really big advocate while I was going through my 20-year marriage that is not the answer, because you can be in a connection or not be in a, or want to be in a connection with someone, and you're still gonna feel the predominant vibrational frequency that your core beliefs put out day in and day out from within you, because it goes thoughts, emotions, behaviors. Our thoughts are generated, a lot of them are like completely generated subconsciously, like 95% of our autonomic nervous systems run subconscious, and it just generates thoughts. We have millions of thoughts every day that are generated. And what do those thoughts sound like? And those thoughts will produce emotions such as guilt, shame, dissatisfaction. And then that's going to produce behavior such as withdrawal or overeating, or doing things that are perpetuating that same negative thought, negative feeling, and then again the action. But it's not the person that's going to have the answer, but the person is going to show you what the answer is to your liberation. So for me, once I understood that, and I understood that I am 50% responsible of how someone is interacting with me in a relationship, especially if the romantic kind for me. Everything is chemically based. We are made out of protons, neutrons, electrons. We are vibrating constantly, right? Like atoms. We're made out of atoms that are constantly vibrating and coming in contact with other atoms, and then you have a chemical reaction. So much like water, hydrogen plus oxygen makes the water molecule. Hydrogen doesn't decide that today I'm going to contribute 30% of myself and oxygen is going to contribute 70%. It's like 50% oxygen, 50% hydrogen come together in a chemical reaction. They're both equally responsible and they make water. Same with us. I am 50% responsible for somebody coming into my life and allowing me to feel or having me feel disrespected, abandoned, not cherished, all these things, because that was the predominant thing that was running within my own system. Those were the predominant core beliefs that I had within myself about who I was. Because I had a negative self-view due to my anxious attachment style, because I grew up with really critical, my dad was gone, so I had abandonment issues from there. My mother did not ever say I love you or hug me, and was very critical and hit me, made fun of me. So I developed this core belief that I am not lovable, I am not good enough, I'm bound to be rejected, I'm bound to be alone. So later on, now I'm giving gratitude to anyone that ever made me feel this way, because they were just purely being a mirror to what I predominantly felt about myself. And then that's why the relationship that I wanted within that man was not the answer. The relationship to myself that I didn't know I was having, that was being reflected back to me by this person, was the answer to my happiness, because I needed to heal that. So thankfully, once I went back to school and I did my counseling degree, I was able to do all that work through dialectical behavior therapy and narrative therapy. I changed the story. I changed my core beliefs through positive affirmations and gratitude. And I completely changed the way that a male will respond to who I am today. So I know this to be true first offhand. And also I do know that before I had settled in a relationship where I still felt abandoned, rejected, not cherished, I would feel that in other ways, because the connection that I wanted did not want me back. So either way, I would always feel rejected, abandoned, not cherished, until I understood that, of course, I'm going to bring these things in, because that was the predominant vibration that I had. My belief system that I had created as a child, that I still carried on into my adult life and recapitulated in my adult relationships day in and day out, was still playing out that same scenario. So until I became conscious of it, and then we thank the people and or situations that are reflecting that back to us, instead of calling them names or pointing the finger or holding them responsible. The only thing that we can hold them responsible for is being a mirror to what we truly are vibrating from within us, the vibrational energy that we predominantly carry within ourselves, that is also measured in hertz too. David Hawkins talks about the human vibrational frequency all the time, and by the law of attraction, that energetic frequency that we're at in the measurement of hertz is what we are bringing in from experiences from the outside world. So again, the relationship is not the answer, or the lack of, or that person that you want to be in a connection with. The result of how we feel in a relationship where we don't receive the things that we want, or what we feel as a result of someone not wanting us, is where the answer lies to our true happiness. I know the work is sometimes not the easiest to do, but I would rather spend time and effort and energy doing the work to heal myself and heal my core wounds and heal my anxious attachment style and heal my core beliefs than spend time and energy crying about, why doesn't anyone love me? Why can anyone love me? What's wrong with me? Right? Either way, we're going to be spending energy. So why not spend energy becoming the version of ourselves that we have always wanted to be? Because we do date who we are, not what we want. So pay attention to your inner dialogue. And I'm going to attach a video about core beliefs underneath so you can see what it is that you are riding on predominantly, what your predominant frequency is, what does your hard drive and messaging say in about yourself day in and day out subconsciously, because 95% of our nervous system is subconscious, and it just automatically releases these neurotransmitters that carry this information that has been stored into our body since even from our mother's womb, when the vagus nerves, vagus nerves. The vagus nerve, the most prominent, predominant, primitive nerve that we have that starts to form first as an embryo, already starts to absorb information from the way our mother feels within our womb. So that information really is stored in our body, and the book, The Body Does Keep the Score, by I always forget his name, but I'll put that in the description box below. It's a real thing. And I'm also going to attach my anxious attachment healing workshop that I created over the summer, because someone had asked for it. Because a lot of us do have anxiously attached behaviors, especially when it comes to connection, whether we are in one or we want to be in one, and we can't feel that safety and security that, of course, again, is being recapitulated through our childhood experiences. Because if my parents were able to be in a solid marriage themselves and provide me with the 4 S's, safety, security, to be seen and to be soothed, if my dad didn't have to leave overseas, and then if my mom didn't have a stepmom to raise her in a way that was really not good. So if she had all that self-love and felt love for herself, and she was able to give me the love and didn't call me names, and my dad didn't leave, I wouldn't have those core beliefs about myself, and I would certainly attract different people in my life. That's just the way that it goes. There's 20% of us that have an anxious attachment style. Another 20% of us have an avoidant style. And you better believe that we, the anxious, will bring in the avoidant. And then we have the disorganized attachment style. That's maybe 5 to 10%, I think. And then the rest are securely attached in this population. So the few of us that struggle, we can heal it. I'm going to put everything below. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please reach out to me. And just remember that it's not the connection or the relationship that you're looking for that will be the answer to your happiness, but the way that it's making you feel, to liberate yourself once and for all from these unhelpful core beliefs that are running our system, because yes, we can. I love you. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. Hit the notification button to not miss another video from me, or the like button if you liked anything about the video. If you feel called to it, please subscribe, or you feel free to donate to the channel. I am so grateful for any interaction that you have with me at any given point in time, and I'll see you next time.